Well, everybody loves a good cordless drill. I mean, you got to have at least one of those in the shop, right? And I use mine all the time. However, I was having one nagging problem with mine, and that's what I call the auto-releasing chuck. Basically, the bit or driver just falls right out when you don't want it to. That was a serious problem for me, so here's a quick solution. Son of a crackerjack. Luckily, the solution is really quick and easy to do as long as you know a couple key points. Let's get into it. Now, if your drill has a 2-speed gearbox, this will work better if you switch it to 1. But basically, you need to determine what bit do you need to unscrew this screw inside the chuck. For me, it was a T20 torque style bit, and the key point here is that's reverse thread. So clockwise here to unthread that is the first step. Okay, it just has that small retaining screw. Remove that first. Then just take a fairly hefty size Allen wrench, like a 6 or 8 millimeter, and chuck that into the drill. The next step is to strike that Allen wrench to create an impact to unthread the chuck from the drill. And unlike that retaining screw, this is actually standard threads. And it will take a decent impact. There we go. Can remove the Allen wrench and just simply unthread it. There we go. There's different sizes and thread pitches available depending on the make of drill. This is the factory one we just removed. For our upgraded Jacobs chuck, we'll need to match that. And for the Dewalt, it's typically 1/2 by 20. Here's another common size, 9/16 by 18. The factory Dewalt chuck weighs in at 6 ounces, and the only thing I noticed when I installed this Jacob chuck, it did feel a little bit heavier, but 7 ounces. So we're talking a 1 ounce difference. Really doesn't affect the ergonomics of the tool. So to me, that's a good compromise. It's got a nice knurled texture, and I like that all metal construction. Okay, we'll spin that on, remembering that the chuck is standard threads. And you can use the Allen wrench to snug that up by hand a little bit if you like. Then we'll open up our jaws all the way so we can add that screw again. That's a T20, remembering that that one is reverse thread. And just snug that by hand. Nice. I like the knurled texture on this one, and it's really easy to get a good grip on, but really the key point for me is you don't have to work as hard to get a secure connection with your bit or driver. And actually, I haven't had a single time where it's fallen out of the drill. Well, for how quick and easy that was, I should have done this long ago. I think I suffered with the original chuck a little too long, but this one's got a nice metal construction, and I think will be a great upgrade. Of course, this only applies to a drill driver, not an impact driver, which tend to have those quick release style chucks, and those don't have any issues at all with the bit falling out. And if that style of chuck is so great, why don't we only use that? Well, that's why. I usually just set the clutch to about 13 and let that ratchet out, and that seems to be the perfect tension. It'll stay put, it won't fall out, yet when it's time to release it, that's easy too. And just for reference, this 20-volt Dewalt drill that I'm using is DCD, as in Dewalt Cordless Drill 771. So having that extra ounce of weight on the nose of the tool doesn't seem to make much of a difference. It has a nice even balance with a 2 ampere-hour battery, but I wanted to see how it felt with a 5 ampere-hour power stack. Yeah, that feels really good. Stands on its own. I don't see any issue with that swap. I'm on both the 12-volt and the 20-volt platforms, and on my smaller drill, this did happen occasionally, but it wasn't so much of a problem. I don't know if it's just the fact that it's not quite as powerful with that 12-volt battery, but when I switched to the 20-volt platform, that's when it really became an issue. I would tend to lose drill bits. Right as you stop drilling, the bit would fall out on its own. And it looks like the 12-volt version of the Dewalt uses a smaller size thread, so that one is closer to 3/8 of an inch. So you may just need to pop off that chuck and take the drill itself down to the hardware store and match up the size and thread pitch on that for your replacement. So if you've got that issue where a drill bit or driver will tend to just fall right out of your cordless drill, do try upgrading to another type of keyless chuck. The Jacobs is a good one. There's lots of different brands on the market. And I think this is a good solution regardless of what brand or type of drill you have, but it's just so quick, and I like the fact that it was an inexpensive fix too. seem to totally and completely solve my problem. If you have other solutions, like the way that you install a bit or some special trick or technique, definitely put it down in the comment section. I'd like to hear it, and I'm sure other people with this problem would appreciate it as well. Well, give me a quick thumbs up if you like the topic, and if you are into replacing chucks around the shop, you might also appreciate the video I've done on how to replace a chuck on your drill press, so I'll put that down in the description box as well. If you're already a subscriber to The Thoughtful Woodworker, I'd like to say thanks. It's nice hanging out with you on Saturday mornings, but if not, consider subscribing to the channel. Son of a crackerjack.